Hello, I'm Robert and welcome to my channel, where I discuss everything automated algorithmic trading, or simply algo trading. What a wild week this has been. And really the last couple of weeks have been absolutely insane for the Euro USD market. The harsh correction that came has been brutal for the bulls. As we look at the chart and we can see how this correction really pushed price downward. To be honest, though, the market was overvalued quite substantially, so this correction was well within the anticipated and expected range. But that's not what we're here for today. No, today we're going to get into a much deeper and more interesting look at the market. Something that requires us to look at the entirety of the market. All 19 years and some odd months. Literally almost 20 years worth of history. And we can see from the yellow lines on the chart just how small of a range I am actually working in right now, along with my very insignificant and minuscule number of positions within that range. But the whole point of what we're going to talk about today is the whole history. And we can see where the order book is sitting within that range. In looking at this information on the chart, what would you do if you could trade and backtest all of this history? A way of testing your strategy throughout everything. Well, that's what I have managed to accomplish. I have managed to collect all of this information in 5-second intervals, or roughly 59 million candles. That's right, you heard me. 59 million candles of OHLCV data. That is every single candle for the last 19 plus years of open, high, low, close, and volume for the 5-second time frame. Imagine the wealth of information that can provide you for backtesting. Now, if you followed my channel for any amount of time, you know that I don't use backtesting that often. But with this much data at my disposal now, it's hard to pass up that kind of an opportunity. To be able to actually see the entire history of an asset in such a way that I could actually see long-term what would happen with a trading approach is simply a gold mine that can't be underestimated. Now, I can already hear some of you saying, how does this work with the cryptocurrency markets? And the beauty of it is when you're working with Forex and cryptocurrencies, there's actually a very simple equation where you can actually take your strategy from one market into the other completely as is. And that is for every 1% in the cryptocurrency market for a take price or a stop loss, it is equal to 0.1% in the Forex market. This simple equation lets you move back and forth between both markets with the exact same strategy. So 1% cryptocurrency, 0.1% Forex. And the 0.1% roughly translates to 10 pips. So this very simple approach means you could actually take this history, build a trading paradigm, get it working the way you want it, and then actually apply it to a cryptocurrency market with a reasonable level of consistency and assurance that it will work. That is the beauty of data, and that's why it's so important not to pass up these kind of opportunities, especially when you look at the chart and you can see just how tiny my position is versus the massive actual range of the market as a whole. We can see clearly that the market is definitely moving. As we look at the chart, we can even see the low and the high. Remember what I've said. When dealing with the market, you always want to work with a range. And so in this market, we actually now have that data. We can see clearly exactly where the highest high and the lowest low is. And we can factor that into our trading to build a system that is resilient against any market. And that really is the critical point of what we look at in trading and how we can use this information to build an incredible wealth of information, an incredible resiliency into our trading approach and paradigm. We can see the order book, we can pull the volume details, and we can really piece together a big picture outlook for this market that can make us long-term, sustainable, and profitable. So, what does 59 million candles look like? Well, let's take a look and see. Here we are. 59 million candles of open, high, low, close volume. The first column is the date and time as a string format. The second column is the numerical timestamp, which is perfect for filtering, isolating sections of the data without actually having to process the entire data set. And then the actual data. The open, high, low, close, and volume. The first number is the open, high, low, close, and volume. All easily accessible in a comma-separated format. And it gets very generous. Because if we go to the end of the file, and it will take a few seconds because you're literally looking at 59 million candles. Okay, that took longer than a few seconds. But the only question is, what would you do with 59 million candles? I already have a laundry list that seems endless of all the different strategies I want to test to see how well this data can help me understand better the market. In fact, one of my tests is quite interesting. This is one of my back tests where I'm doing both long and short trading. This is an accumulation strategy, so what you are looking at is, well, quite a bit of information. I'm not going to go through all of this today because that's going to be a future video where I take this whole strategy apart, piece by piece. But this strategy went through all 59 million candles. So let's get to the meat and the bones of this whole thing. And we see the totality, 59,427,710 candles. That's how much data this went through to process this trading strategy. Of that, I placed a total of 404 simultaneous trades. Now my maximum limit for the account is 1,000 simultaneous trades. So this is well within my limit. I completed a total of 3,926 trades, well above the threshold of determining whether or not this strategy is profitable. Now this is an accumulation strategy, so that's an important context for this particular approach, of which I placed 1,266 long trades and 2,660 short trades. So that tells me the entire history of this asset was below its median for a good portion of the time, what looks to be 2/3 of the time. My overall P&L for this account, for this test, was 39.17. Exceptional. This tells me I'm going to make money if I actually put this in a live market, but never put a backtest in a live market. The next step should be putting this in a forward market or a demo account and then comparing the results. But we know, empirically speaking, this is going to be a home run. And of course, this backtest took 48 minutes. That's a lot of time, but it's a lot of data. So what will you do with 59 million candles? Click the link in the description below and actually find out, because I have this information in my shop on Patreon. So when you go to my shop link in the description, it's going to take you to this page where you will be able to download this file straight to your computer. It is in zip format. So WinZip, WinRAR, all the classic tools will be able to get this information out. If you have any questions, please let me know. Leave a comment below. If you like this video, please hit that thumbs up button. If you know somebody who would love to have their hands on this kind of information, please share this video with them, or the link to the product in the store. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. Thank you for watching, and until next time.